Hello and welcome to the English Practice Podcast. Before we start, I want to say this very clearly. If you stopped learning English before, if you started and then quit, if you felt tired, frustrated, or discouraged, you are not alone. Many people are listening right now with the same story. This is not a class. This is not a test. You don't need to answer. You don't need to repeat. You can just listen, and that is already enough.
Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm really glad you are here with us today. Many learners give up on English not because they are bad at it, but because learning felt heavy. It felt like pressure. It felt like something they had to do, not something that fit into their life. If that happened to you, nothing is wrong with you.
I'm Anna, and this podcast exists for people who tried before and want to feel safe again with English. Giving up does not mean you failed. It often means you were tired. It means the way you were learning did not respect your energy, your time, or your emotions.
Many people start learning English with hope. They feel motivated at first, but after some time, fear appears. Fear of mistakes, fear of forgetting, fear of not being good enough. When fear stays for too long, people stop. That is a very human reaction.
If you ever felt guilty for stopping, we want you to hear this. Stopping does not erase what you learned. English is still inside you. Even if you feel far from it now, it has not disappeared.
In this conversation, we want to talk about why so many people give up on English and how learning can feel different, softer, kinder, without pressure.
Stay here with us. You don't need to decide anything today. You don't need to start again right now. You can just listen and feel understood.
And if this calm way of talking about English feels good to you, you can subscribe to the channel. Only if you want to come back to this safe space again.
Many people feel tired before they stop learning English. They don't stop suddenly. First, they feel pressure. They feel they must study every day. They feel they must remember everything. When life gets busy, English feels like too much. That tired feeling slowly turns into frustration.
Yes, people stop for many reasons. They get tired. They feel pressure. They feel busy. Sometimes they feel alone. None of these reasons mean you cannot learn English. They only mean the way you were learning did not fit you anymore.
Learning English is not a straight line. People start, stop, and start again. This is very human. We stop many things in life not because we are bad, but because we need rest or change. English is the same.
When you understand this, something important changes. You stop judging yourself. You stop thinking you did something wrong. You start seeing stopping as a pause, not an end.
And pauses are not empty. During a pause, your mind rests. Your emotions calm down. This makes space for a new beginning, one that can feel softer and kinder.
Many learners don't hear this often, but stopping can be part of learning. When learning feels too hard, stopping protects you. It gives you time to breathe. It gives you time to recover.
Yes, and even when you stop studying, your mind does not forget everything. You still remember sounds. You still remember feelings. English stays somewhere inside you even if you don't use it for a long time.
People often think learning only happens when they are active, but learning also happens when you rest. When you rest, your mind processes what it learned before.
This is why coming back after a pause often feels easier than people expect. Some things feel familiar. Some words sound known. This is not luck. It is learning that stayed with you.
This is why coming back after a pause often feels easier than people expect. Some things feel familiar. Some words sound known. This is not luck. It is learning that stayed with you.
One of the hardest parts of stopping is guilt. Many learners feel bad for quitting. They think they disappointed themselves. This guilt can stay and block learning for a long time.
Guilt is very heavy. It makes people avoid English because English reminds them of that feeling. But guilt does not help learning. It only makes the distance bigger.
Letting go of guilt is an important step. You don't need to punish yourself for stopping. You don't need to explain your past. You can simply allow yourself to start again in a new way.
When guilt leaves, learning feels lighter. You don't feel pressure to catch up. You don't feel like you must prove something. You feel free to learn slowly.
This freedom helps you reconnect with English calmly. Not as a test, not as a task, but as something that can be part of your life again without fear. When people give up on English, there are many feelings inside. It is not only about time or study. It is about emotions. Many learners feel shame. They think I should be better. I should not have stopped. This shame can be very quiet, but it stays in the heart.
Yes, shame makes people hide. They hide from English. They hide from books, videos, and conversations. English becomes something they avoid, not because they don't want it, but because it brings uncomfortable feelings.
Fear is also very common. Fear of trying again. Fear of failing again. Fear of feeling disappointed one more time. These fears can feel very heavy, especially for people who already tried many times.
When these feelings stay inside, learning feels impossible. Not because English is hard, but because emotions are loud. And loud emotions make people tired.
This is why we need to talk about emotions. Learning English is not only about the mind. It is also about the heart. When the heart feels safe, learning can start again.
Many learners compare themselves to others. They see people speaking fast. They see success stories. And they think, why not me? This comparison hurts. It makes people feel small and behind.
Yes, comparison is very painful. It makes people forget their own story. Everyone learns English in a different way at a different time. But comparison makes it feel like a race. And races create fear.
Fear says, if I try again, I will fail again. Fear says, others are better than me. These thoughts are not facts. They're only fears, but they feel real in the body.
When fear is strong, people lose trust in themselves. They stop believing they can learn. They stop believing English belongs to them.
This loss of trust is very sad, but it can change. Trust can grow again, slowly, when learning feels safe and calm.
One important step is kindness. Being kind to yourself means not judging your past. It means saying, I stopped because I was tired, not because I was weak. This small change in thinking brings relief.
Kindness helps fear become smaller. When you are kind, you don't push yourself. You don't punish yourself. You allow learning to happen again at your own pace.
Many learners think kindness means giving up. But it is the opposite. Kindness makes continuation possible. When learning feels gentle, people come back naturally.
This is how emotional healing starts. Not with pressure, not with rules, but with understanding. When you feel understood, English feels less scary.
And when English feels less scary, something important happens. You feel ready to stay close again, even if you don't know how far you will go yet. When people think about starting again with English, they often imagine a big restart. New plans, new rules, strong promises. But this idea can feel scary. For people who stopped before, starting again needs to feel small and safe.
Yes, starting again does not need to be loud. It does not need to be serious. It can be very quiet. You don't need a schedule. You don't need goals. You can simply allow English to be near you again.
A gentle restart means no pressure. You don't say, I will study every day. You say, I will listen when I can. That small change makes a big difference.
When English feels gentle, fear becomes smaller. You don't feel the same stress. You don't feel the same guilt. You feel more open.
This way, English stops feeling like something you failed at. It starts feeling like something you can return to calmly without judgment.
A soft way to continue is to treat English like a companion. A companion does not ask for effort. It stays with you quietly. You can listen while resting, walking, or doing simple things.
When English is a companion, you don't feel watched. You don't feel tested. You don't feel wrong. You simply listen. And listening is already learning.
Many learners think learning only happens when they work hard. But learning also happens when you feel calm. A calm mind receives more.
This kind of learning fits real life. Some days you listen more. Some days you listen less. Both days are okay. Learning does not stop because your energy changes.
Over time, this calm connection helps confidence grow quietly. Not fast, not loud, but real.
As we come close to the end of this episode, we want to leave you with one simple feeling. You don't need to decide anything today. You don't need to promise anything. Being here, listening calmly is already enough.
You're not behind. You did not fail. You're learning in a human way, with pauses, emotions, and care. English does not ask you to rush. It can wait and walk with you gently.
This podcast is here for people who stopped before, who feel tired, or who want to try again without pressure. You can come back whenever you need a calm space with English.
Take your time today. Be kind to yourself. And remember this.
Just listening is already enough.